Nobody is coming to save you. No teacher will suddenly appear and fix your confusion. No mentor will knock on your door and give you a perfect roadmap. No miracle will remove your struggles while you wait in comfort. If you are waiting for someone to motivate you, support you, or rescue you from your situation, you are silently destroying your own potential. Stoic philosophy delivers a brutal but liberating truth: your life is in your hands, and responsibility is the key to freedom. When you truly accept that nobody is coming, you stop living like a victim and start living like a warrior. The ancient Stoics believed that true power begins the moment you stop expecting rescue and start becoming your own rescuer. When you realize that nobody is coming, something inside you shifts. You stop blaming your past, your parents, your society, or your luck. You stop waiting for the perfect time and start creating it. You stop hoping for change and start becoming the change. This mindset does not make you lonely, it makes you mentally independent. It gives you control over your destiny, your emotions, and your future. When you depend on yourself, the world loses its power to control you. Waiting is the silent killer of potential, and it destroys more dreams than failure ever could. Most people do not fail because they are weak, stupid, or unlucky. They fail because they keep waiting. They wait for motivation, thinking one day they will suddenly feel inspired. They wait for confidence, not realizing confidence is built only after taking action, not before it. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect teacher, the perfect moment, and the perfect conditions. But perfection never arrives. Stoics believe that waiting is a form of self-betrayal because every moment you delay, you are choosing comfort over growth. While you wait, your life keeps moving forward without you. Your dreams keep fading. Your responsibilities keep increasing. Your time keeps disappearing, second by second, silently and without mercy. While you hesitate, someone else is learning, building, failing, improving, and becoming better. While you are thinking, they are doing. While you are planning, they are practicing. Waiting feels safe because it protects you from embarrassment, criticism, and failure. It feels peaceful to stay in your comfort zone, to scroll, to think, to promise yourself that you will start tomorrow. But this comfort is dangerous. It slowly kills your potential, your ambition, and your future. Every day you wait, your potential becomes weaker, your dreams become quieter, and your courage becomes smaller. Action does not need to be perfect. Action does not need to be beautiful. Action does not need to be fully planned. Stoics taught that progress comes from discipline, not from motivation. Even imperfect action is powerful. Even messy action is progress. A small step today is stronger than a perfect plan that never leaves your mind. When you act, you learn. When you act, you build confidence. When you act, you shape your character. Waiting teaches you nothing except how to waste your life. So ask yourself honestly, how much of your life have you lost to waiting? How many dreams have died quietly because you kept saying later? Your future does not need your perfection. It needs your movement. It needs your courage to start, even when you feel afraid, confused, and unready. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. This moment is enough. Move now, because potential dies silently in those who choose comfort over courage, and history remembers only those who acted. You are your only savior and your only judge, and this truth is both terrifying and empowering. No one truly knows your struggles the way you do. No one feels your fears, regrets, hidden doubts, and burning ambitions like you do. Yet many people spend their entire life waiting for someone else to rescue them, to understand them, to push them. To push them, or to fix what is broken inside them. Stoicism teaches radical self-ownership, the idea that your life is your responsibility, your thoughts are your responsibility, and your future is your responsibility. You are the architect of your life, building it day by day with your choices, your habits, and your discipline. At the same time, you are the judge of your character, watching your actions, measuring your integrity, and deciding whether you are becoming better or worse. When you accept this truth, blame disappears and power appears. You stop blaming your past, your parents, your country, your boss, your friends, and your circumstances. Instead, you realize that responsibility is not a punishment, it is freedom. It means you are not a victim of fate, but a creator of destiny. Every small decision you make shapes the person you become. Every thought you allow shapes your character. Every action you repeat becomes your identity. You are writing your own verdict every single day through your discipline, your courage, and your honesty with yourself. Being your own savior means no one is coming to save you, and that is your greatest strength. Being your own judge means you cannot lie to yourself forever. You know when you are lazy. You know when you are afraid. You know when you are wasting your potential. And you also know when you are rising, improving, and becoming someone you respect. Stoics believe that true power comes when you hold yourself accountable with fairness and courage. Not with self-hate, but with self-discipline. Not with excuses, but with action. So ask yourself, if you are both the savior and the judge of your life, what verdict are you giving yourself today? Are you building a life of discipline, purpose, and strength, or are you silently condemning yourself through comfort and delay? The moment you accept full responsibility, your life stops being a story of excuses and becomes a story of power. You are the architect, the savior, and the judge. Your life is your verdict. Comfort is a beautiful and dangerous prison, and few people realize how quietly it traps them. It seduces you with peace, safety, and pleasure, making you believe that staying where you are is enough. People cling to the same job, the same habits, the same routines, and the same mindset because comfort feels easier than growth. But this ease comes at a hidden cost. It slowly dulls ambition, numbs creativity, and weakens the character. Stoics taught that discomfort is not something to fear, but something to embrace, because it is the forge where greatness is made. Training the body, resisting instant gratification, waking up early, facing fears, and practicing discipline may feel painful in the moment, but each small act of struggle strengthens the mind and soul in ways comfort never can. While comfort whispers, "You are fine," life outside that prison speaks louder. It challenges you, stretches you, and forces you to grow. Struggle, resistance, and discomfort shape resilience, wisdom, and courage. Growth never begins in the zone of ease, it begins when you step into the unknown, when you face the inconvenient truth, when you endure what others avoid. Every person who has achieved mastery, discipline, or freedom has done so not by choosing comfort, but by choosing the path that was difficult, uncomfortable, and sometimes painful. Comfort may feel safe, but it is the slow killer of potential, and only those willing to endure discomfort can experience the true heights of life. Ask yourself, how much of your life have you traded for ease? How many dreams have quietly died because they required effort? The world does not reward comfort. It rewards courage, discipline, and persistence. The moment you leave your comfort behind, even for a small step, you begin to awaken strength you didn't know existed. Struggle is the teacher, discomfort is the path, and growth is the reward. Those who master discomfort become unstoppable, because they have trained themselves to thrive in life's challenges, while those who choose comfort remain prisoners of what feels easy and familiar. Your mind is the greatest battlefield you will ever face, and most people don't even realize it. The fiercest enemy you will ever encounter does not walk in the streets, sit in your office, or speak to you face to face. It lives silently inside your thoughts, whispering doubts, feeding fears, and convincing you that you are not enough. Doubt tells you that your dreams are impossible. Fear tells you to stay small, safe, and hidden. Laziness convinces you to postpone your ambitions, to wait for a better time that never comes. Overthinking builds walls of imaginary problems that feel real, paralyzing you while life moves forward. Every battle you lose in your mind manifests in your life, creating missed opportunities, regrets, and unfulfilled potential. Stoics believe that while you cannot control the world, you can control your mind. External events will always happen, chaos erupts, people disappoint, plans fail, and circumstances change. But your thoughts are under your control. They are the weapons, the shields, and the strategy of your inner battle. When you train your mind to remain calm, disciplined, and focused, you gain a power no external force can touch. A mind strengthened by reason and resilience can survive rejection, failure, loss, and betrayal without collapsing. It sees obstacles as lessons, criticism as insight, and challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Mastering your mind does not mean eliminating fear, doubt, or struggle, it means refusing to let them dictate your life. It means noticing your thoughts, choosing which to feed, and which to ignore. It means transforming distraction into focus, impatience into patience, and weakness into strength. Every thought you allow to control you is a battle lost, every thought you discipline is a victory won. This battlefield is constant, daily, and invisible, yet it determines everything: your actions, your relationships, your achievements, and your peace. So ask yourself, if your mind is the battlefield, how often are you surrendering to enemies that exist only in your imagination? How often are you letting doubt, fear, and laziness decide the course of your life? The moment you take command of your mind, you reclaim control over your destiny. External events may still challenge you, but nothing can break you, because the fortress of your mind has been built through discipline, reason, and courage. Train your mind, master your thoughts, and no chaos in the world will ever defeat you. Freedom begins the moment you stop seeking validation, and yet, most people never reach this point. From an early age, we are taught to crave applause, approval, and recognition. We measure our worth by the number of likes, comments, compliments, or nods of agreement we receive. Every decision becomes influenced by what others think, every action is filtered through fear of judgment, and every thought is shadowed by the desire to impress. This constant pursuit of external approval is a subtle prison. You may appear free on the outside, but inside, your mind is chained to the opinions and expectations of others. Stoics rejected this entirely. They understood that true value is not measured by praise or applause, it is measured by character, virtue, and integrity. External approval is fleeting, it can vanish at any moment. But self-respect, discipline, and wisdom are eternal. When you stop seeking validation, a profound mental freedom emerges. You no longer shape yourself to fit others' expectations. You no longer fear criticism because you understand that judgment says more about the observer than it does about you. You no longer depend on praise to feel worthy, because your sense of value comes from within. You become guided by principles, by reason, and by what you know is right, not by what others think is impressive. This freedom is not easy to achieve. It requires courage to stand alone, patience to withstand disapproval, and discipline to act according to your own standards. But the reward is immense. You become unstoppable, because no external force can shake your self-worth. You think clearly, act decisively, and live boldly. This mindset is the hallmark of leaders, thinkers, and warriors throughout history, people who carved their path without waiting for permission, recognition, or praise. You realize that the only opinion that truly matters is your own, and the only approval you need is the approval of your conscience. Pain, failure, and loss are your greatest teachers, though most people run from them as if they were enemies. Life is not gentle, and no one promised it would be fair. Pain will arrive uninvited, people will disappoint you, and plans you work tirelessly on may collapse in an instant. The natural instinct is to complain, to seek comfort, or to blame someone else. But Stoics understood that this suffering is not meaningless, it is the curriculum of life. Pain teaches resilience. It forces you to endure, adapt, and keep moving forward even when your body and mind want to give up. Failure teaches wisdom. Each mistake reveals what works, what doesn't, and how to navigate the world more skillfully. Loss teaches gratitude. When you lose what you once held dear, you gain clarity about what truly matters. Stoics train themselves to face hardship with discipline and reason, turning every difficulty into a lesson. When nobody is coming to save you, every hardship becomes your teacher. Every setback becomes a training ground for courage and perseverance. Instead of asking, "Why me?" or "Why is life unfair?" a Stoic asks, "How can this make me stronger? How can I respond in a way that preserves my character and dignity?" Pain is no longer a punishment, it is guidance. Failure is no longer shame, it is feedback. Loss is no longer despair, it is perspective. By embracing this mindset, you transform suffering from a source of weakness into a source of unshakable strength. This does not mean seeking pain, failing on purpose, or trying to lose. It means accepting reality as it is, facing it directly, and learning everything it has to teach you. Life will knock you down, but each time you rise stronger, smarter, and more disciplined. You begin to see that hardship is not the enemy, fear, avoidance, and resentment are. The lessons hidden in pain, failure, and loss build a mind that is calm in chaos, steady in storms, and fearless in the face of uncertainty. Those who master this mindset are not only survivors. They become warriors of life, capable of transforming every challenge into growth, every struggle into wisdom, and every setback into unstoppable momentum. Discipline is the backbone of greatness, yet it is often misunderstood. People chase motivation, thinking a burst of emotion will carry them through life. Motivation feels good, but it is fleeting, here one moment and gone the next. Discipline, however, is different. It is logical, consistent, and permanent. Stoics did not rely on how they felt to act, they relied on duty, purpose, and reason. They understood that feelings are unreliable, but actions shape destiny. They trained when their body screamed to rest, they studied when their mind craved distraction, and they worked when results were invisible. Discipline is what turns ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. It is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Discipline creates structure in chaos. It builds habits that withstand temptation, routines that persist through distraction, and commitment that endures despite setbacks. While others wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect mood, or the perfect spark of inspiration, disciplined people act anyway. They build momentum not from emotion, but from consistent choices made day after day. Small actions repeated relentlessly compound into remarkable outcomes. Discipline transforms mediocrity into mastery, laziness into resilience, and hesitation into power. Acting without waiting for inspiration also frees you from the tyranny of moods. Life is unpredictable, and feelings are unreliable. Sometimes you will feel motivated, and sometimes you will feel drained, but greatness is not achieved on days you feel ready, it is achieved on days you choose to show up anyway. Stoics believe that true freedom and strength come from mastering yourself, not chasing fleeting feelings. When you cultivate discipline, you no longer rely on motivation. You become unstoppable because your actions are no longer dictated by how you feel. They are guided by who you choose to become. Time is the only true wealth you possess, and yet most people treat it as if it is infinite. Money can be earned, lost, and earned again. Opportunities may come back, though sometimes not in the same form. But time, once spent, is gone forever. Every minute wasted, every hour squandered, every day spent in idleness is a piece of your life you will never get back. Stoics understood this deeply. They valued time above gold, fame, and comfort because to waste time is to waste life itself. The richest person in the world, if they have no time, is poorer than the simplest person who uses every moment wisely. Your future self is watching your present choices, silently judging how you spend each day. The habits you build now, the knowledge you gain, the courage you summon, and the discipline you practice will shape the life you live tomorrow. Every small decision compounds. Every hour you invest in growth, learning, or action becomes an invisible deposit in your personal bank of achievement. Every hour you spend scrolling, hesitating, or seeking comfort is a withdrawal that cannot be reversed. Understanding time teaches urgency. Respecting time teaches respect for your life. Time is life, the most valuable, irreplaceable, and finite resource you will ever have. When you see life this way, every choice gains weight. Laziness, procrastination, and distraction no longer feel harmless, they become costly. Opportunities you ignore may never come again. Relationships you neglect may never return. Dreams you postpone may die quietly while you wait. But the moment you embrace the value of time, you gain power. You begin to act decisively, live intentionally, and pursue your goals relentlessly. The awareness that time is your most precious wealth ignites focus, courage, and purpose. You realize that nothing outside of your control, the money, the opinions, the comforts, can buy what you have, the present moment. Become the hero your younger self needed, because the truth is, the world rarely sends a savior to rescue you. As children, we all felt moments of fear, loneliness, doubt, and confusion. In those moments, we looked around for someone strong enough to guide us, protect us, or inspire us, but often, no one came. Life does not owe us guidance, comfort, or rescue. That is why Stoics taught that the only hero you can truly rely on is yourself. Stop searching for heroes in books, movies, or social media. Stop waiting for someone to come and fix your problems. The person who can save your life, shape your destiny, and embody strength is the version of you that refuses to give up. Being your own hero means standing strong when life becomes heavy, even when every instinct tells you to collapse. It means taking responsibility when others complain, when the world is unfair, or when fear whispers that you cannot continue. It means moving forward, step by step, even when doubt, pain, and failure surround you. A Stoic does not wait for rescue, a Stoic becomes his own rescue. Courage, discipline, and wisdom are not abstract ideals, they are the armor, weapons, and shield of the self-made hero. Every act of perseverance, every decision to act despite fear, and every moment you choose integrity over comfort brings you closer to the person your younger self wished existed. This path is not easy. It requires confronting weaknesses you have ignored, embracing struggles you have avoided, and making choices that others may not understand. But with each challenge you face, you grow stronger, braver, and wiser. You begin to inspire not because you seek recognition, but because your life becomes a testament to what it means to stand up when no one else will. You become a source of strength not just for yourself, but for others who are quietly searching for an example of courage and resilience. Build a life that does not need saving, because the ultimate goal of a Stoic is inner independence. Most people spend their lives seeking rescue, approval, help, guidance, or validation from the outside world. They hope someone will fix their problems, calm their fears, or guide their steps. But life is unpredictable, and waiting for rescue is a trap. A Stoic builds themselves into someone who cannot be broken by circumstance. A mind that stays calm in chaos, a heart that remains strong in loss, and a character that holds firm in the face of temptation is the true measure of freedom. When nobody comes to save you, every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, and every obstacle becomes training for resilience. Building this life requires discipline, courage, and relentless self-mastery. It means training yourself to endure what others flee from, to think clearly when emotions are loud, and to act decisively even when fear whispers that you cannot. You become the architect of your destiny, the guardian of your peace, and the master of your mind. This is not arrogance or pride, it is strength forged from self-reliance, clarity, and reason. It is the power to live fully, knowing that your stability and freedom are not dependent on external conditions. No praise, no approval, no comfort, no success, and no person can shake you, because the foundation of your life has been built from within. When you save yourself, you truly own your life. You no longer surrender your happiness, your decisions, or your potential to anyone else. You are free to live by your values, act with purpose, and pursue your goals without fear. Hardship no longer destroys you, it trains you. Criticism no longer distracts you, it informs you. Setbacks no longer stop you. They propel you forward. A life that does not need saving is a life of resilience, freedom, and mastery, a life where the only person you answer to is the best version of yourself. So tell me honestly in the comments, will you continue waiting for someone to save you, or will you take full responsibility and become the person who saves yourself, no matter how hard the journey becomes? When you accept that nobody is coming, you stop waiting and start becoming unstoppable. If you think I provide you valuable content, please like this video, follow, subscribe, and comment your thoughts in the comment section. Your support helps this channel grow and brings you more powerful Stoic wisdom.